really cool company, great story, been around for over 75 years, and it's kind of reinvented itself a couple of times over that time period. Originally, it was a Southern California-based consumer packaged goods, and it was mainly doing fresh squeezed orange juice. And then somewhere in the late 90s, early 2000s, my predecessor, Jim Boyles, had the idea of kind of moving away from the CPG, and he felt there was an emerging opportunity in the ingredient space with all citrus-based products. In the early 2000s, we kind of moved away from consumer package side, the retail side, if you will, and we started looking at what can we do with primarily it was with the peel of the fruit. At that time, you had the oil, you had the actual peel, the flavito and the albedo. What can we do with those components of the citrus? And we realized, you had the marmalade, you had pie, you had a confectionery, you had a lot of different opportunities to utilize the peel of the citrus. And so we kind of became the global leader, if you will, with frozen peel products from the citrus. At that time, a Southern California-based company. Then as the citrus started to move towards the north to development in Southern California, and Central California became the hub, kind of the hotspot for all the citrus in California. And the decision was made to move to Lindsay, California.
With production capabilities on 14 acres centered in the heart of the citrus growing region, Vita Pakt can process the highest quality of fruit California can provide.
At the other end of our 14 acres, you'll find still our frozen peel division, which was the original part of what Vita Pakt became when it splintered off and kind of went into that industrial ingredient space, as we call it. And then we also have our dried division, which is about an hour to the north in Del Rey, where we dry the peel. And then we truck it about 8 miles to the west in Fresno, where we mill it and package it. You'd find those dried, milled ingredients in tea, spice, beer. We're very, very proud of our exclusive relationship with Molson Coors, and the Blue Moon beer is one of the main finished products that you would find our dry peel in.
And here, sustainability is the key ingredient.
We love our sustainability story. That we partner with our packing house friends, like the SunTreat Legacy, AC Foods, and especially with the Sumo brand. That's one of our favorite pieces of orange that we've been able to develop some cool products over the last couple of years. And when the product comes in, obviously it's what we love is there is no ugly fruit. And so that's the fruit that's not, for whatever reason, is not going to make its way into the fresh market, whether it be a slight defect or a scar or it's not the right size. We love that fruit. That's perfect fruit. That's beautiful fruit to us. And so we take that beautiful fruit and we start by, first thing we do is clean it, wash it. We then extract the oil out of the skin. Then we juice it. Then we take our juice customers like a little bit lower pulp level. So then we'll take the pulp to a certain level and create this extra pulp. And then, like we said, we love the peel. So the peel either goes over to our north side of the facility to go into frozen peel products, or we move it to our commercial dryer where we dehydrate it and mill it down into spices and teas and in other industries. Nutraceutical is a great space that's emerging in the dried as well. So we love every bit of the orange.
No room for waste. They showed us both the extraction process as well as what they referred to as the ingredient capture.
We have two different extraction lines in there, and one actually takes the oil out as the fruit's being cleaned. It runs across these rollers with tiny little needles, and it perforates almost like if you were zesting at your home. But we actually are just bursting the oil sacs, and then in the oil we use water to move it through the system. And then the other side of our extraction line gets the oil, similar process, but right as the fruit is being juiced, we use a water system to push the oil out of the chamber, if you will, and then run it through a series of finishers and processes that then refine that oil, polish that oil, and then it is some of the most pretty refined oil that you can find with it from a food grade perspective. It's become a big part of our business is to not only manufacture the oil, but to market the oil. And then that'll go to flavor houses and other processors around the world. Honestly, our oil goes all over the globe and is used into a variety of applications.
Vita Pakt has also been able to inject itself into the health and wellness space.
The peel itself contains probably the most health beneficial and nutritional components of any other part of any fruit, typically, as the skin or the peel, in our case, the peel. A good percentage of the people in the United States like to drink their fruit and vegetables, and so we've heavily invested in the cold press extraction side of the business here, and so that we can do both pasteurized and unpasteurized products for our end users, which are typically, we're bulk. So most of ours, then we sell to the bottling or the manufacturing companies that are going to put it into their finished products. So definitely the vitamin C packed is going to come from the juice.
Now their operations have also grown beyond the citrus realm to include mango, kiwi, and blueberry.
There's no channel that we're not trying to figure out how to exploit. And I think that, and everything that we love to say is that we have the healthiest products and ingredients on planet Earth. So why can't we infuse that into every walk of life?